Rahim. How can we have a successful Ramadan? What are things a murid should look to do during this month?
Bismillahir. If you listen to our sohbat from the beginning up to now, you will find all the answers there. How to have successful Ramadan, what a murid should look to do during this month. Because something also that the khutbah has said, and something also we've been saying since the start of Ramadan, it is beyond now eating and drinking. And now we move on to the next 10 days. It is beyond even what? The worship that we do. Of course, you have to stop eating and drinking. You have to be particular. Of course, you have to worship more. You have to read the Quran. You have to pray more. You have to make zikr more. But now it is beyond that. Because Holy Prophet ﷺ's hadith openly saying, those who stay away from food and drink during Ramadan, but all they're going to find is just hunger and thirst. Those who stay up all night to worship, all they're going to find is just tiredness and exhaustion. So there must be something else. And what is this something? To fight against your ego. To fight against your ego. Against your animal characteristics. Against your evil characteristics. If you find yourself more impatient in this month, be more patient. Step on it. If you find yourself more angry, because so many, when they're hungry, they're angry, then you are nothing like an animal. Just an animal. Animal when it's hungry is angry. Fight it. If you are stingy, fight it. Give more charity. If you are lazy, fight against it. Do more. Be active. If you are in ghaflat, prepare yourself to get washed up more. Because a person in ghaflat, I cannot even recommend that they don't know how to wake up. Person who is drunk, can you leave him to himself to wake up? No, ghaflat is a drunkenness. Either you're going to smack him around, give him coffee, make him cold shower for him to get up. So, wash up. Fight against it. You're impatient. Now, be patient. Meaning what? Somebody does something you don't like. Saying something you don't like. Say astaghfirullah. And above all, watch yourself. Observe yourself. Observe somebody saying this and you saying this. Then pull back and say, why I said that? Why is that the first words that come out from my mouth? Is that good or is that bad? You stop now playing tricks with yourself. Once you stop playing tricks with yourself, you remove the veils, you can move forward. Otherwise, you're going to be stuck. And if you're stuck, you're going to suffer a lot. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. This much is enough. Okay. Vashka.
How should we make tafakkur while fasting?
I already said this. How one should make tafakkur in fasting. That was the opening sohbat that we made. One thing that you have to know, especially during the daytime, yes, to worship at night time is easier. You're no longer hungry, right? And these days, the nights are so short that sometimes people stay up all night until the Fajr time, alhamdulillah, like what they're doing in the Osmanli Dergahi with Shaykh and his blessings. We didn't used to do that too much during Shaykh and his time, but we're doing it now, what rahmat is opening for us. For people to just stay awake. We finish, I deliberately let others, so that he cannot say, have you ever made sohbat until 1 o'clock, the way I did? I can say yes, during Ramadan I did. People they are complaining, says yes, very good, do it more. Say, 2-3 hours, you turn left and right. Fajr is entering at 4 o'clock. So why not stay up, drink some coffee, look at the sky, nice weather we have here. Do something. So it's easy to do that night time. But during the daytime, to make tafakkur, to remember, that is more challenging now. To remember your Lord when you're hungry and you're thirsty, that's more challenging. Sit and complain against yourself. Say, Ya Rabbi, I complain against myself. I am so weak. I cannot do anything. Speak to your Lord. And that time, inshallah Rahman, day and night, you are worshipping. Day and night, you're making tafakkur. Listen to the first part of the sohbat, you'll get some things from there too. Alhamdulillah, at least people asking me good questions today, because I washed you up yesterday, huh? Asking me questions now, talking about Ramadan. This is necessary. Then people who are watching too, you're not being in ghaflat. During Ramadan time, first Thursday night Ramadan, someone asked me, what is the significance of wearing blue? Or should we wear red or not? And looking, I said, I should wash them up, but I'm not feeling too good. I'm going to lose my voice. So I say, better ignore. Wait for a time when I get my strength back, then I'm going to hit it. But at least now we're getting questions like this. Don't ask nonsense questions. Astaghfirullah. Yes, I'm saying feel free to ask, but don't feel free to be stupid all the time. Sometimes it's okay, we understand, but all the time, come on now, right? I think I have a right to say that. Astaghfirullah. I'm getting complaints from people too, especially from Southeast Asia. They say, oh, this is a Sufi. Sufi is supposed to be passive and just so nice voice, so gentle, alhamdulillah, forgiving everyone, not to be strong, not to say no, to batil, not to wash people up, not to guide them. And some saying, oh, Sufi never carries arms, never carries weapons. They say, which religion you belong to? I'm not going to enter that. People will misunderstand what I'm trying to say. Find out for yourself. This is not mystical knowledge I'm talking about here. It's not mystical or spiritual knowledge. It's all over there. It's just, if you want to see it, you see it. You don't want to see it, then you can't see it. Enough for you to know that the Sufi saint of the West that they love so much because he represents love, Hazreti Rumi, Qadasallahu Sir, Hazreti Rumi, that they say he is love, he's not representing Shariat. Subhanallah, mashallah, to people who are saying like that, because Hazreti Rumi put heavy words to people who are saying, as long as my words exist, as long as people know me, as long as I live to know that I am a servant of the Quran. The Quran is representing Shariat and everything. And I'm dust under the feet of Mustafa. Meaning following the Sunnat and the Shariat. And it says, those who say that I am not doing this, I have nothing to do with them. And they have nothing to do with me. Meaning that saint is not going to give intercession. You can love him. You can quote him. You can look like him. But if you're saying things that he's saying specifically because this is Islam that I'm bringing you, and you're saying that I'm not holding up the Shariat and the Sunnah of the Rasulullah, then I kick you out from my presence. Hazreti Rumi, anyway, Sufi saint of love that the West knows, his name is not Jamaluddin. Jamal meaning the beauty. Jamaluddin means the beauty of the religion. His name is Jalaluddin, meaning the majesty, the strength, the power of the religion. Love. And that one, he pulled out a sword and he fought against the Mongols. He called his murids one day and saying, bring me a horse, unbroken horse. Because he heard the Mongols, they were attacking Damascus. Where is Konya? Where is Damascus? He heard he's being pulled. He said, bring me a horse, unbroken horse. They brought it to him. Right after Fajr, he rode it. He went on it. He went top speed to the direction of Damascus. Maghrib time, they saw him coming back, riding back, his clothes filled with dust and blood and dirtiness, as if he's been fighting. And his horse, just as it reached to his house, the horse fell down dead. He did that continuously for days. He didn't tell nothing to his murids. He didn't tell them he was going anywhere. They don't have the bad manners of asking too, like today's murids. Little thing they ask, why? Little things, why? Little things, why? Why this one can do, why I cannot do? Why you can do, why I cannot do? Why is forbidden in tariqat. Later, after the invasion passed, they had a delegation coming from Damascus. And they reached to Konya. And they brought gifts and presents to Hazrati Rumi. And they're saying, thank you, Ya Shaykh. He just smiled. His murids were shocked. They say, later, they speak to the delegation and they say, what is the reason for this? And they said, he protected our town, our city, single-handedly against the Mongols who were coming. He fought them off. With a karamat, he fought them off. If you know a little bit of history anyway, 1400 years, you will know that, yes, those who are engaged in the greatest jihad, they're not going to be involved in the small jihad, please. Sahabe Kiram, they did that, didn't it? And we're going to show, which we have, a picture up till the First World War. You see this picture somewhere in the Ottoman army. Leading the Ottoman army was a platoon, yes, of Mevlevi dervishes. Wearing the dervish hat, dervish clothes, playing the ney, going into battle. So, those ones who have wrong ideas, it doesn't mean your ideas are real. They are not. So, inshallah Rahman, we may speak more about this at a later time. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.